Hi. In my first video, we talked about the introduction, which is the part of the speech where you capture the attention of the audience and where you give them a hint or idea of what you're going to talk about. Then, in the second video, we talked about the body of the speech, and we gave several techniques you could use to organize it so that it will be easy for the audience to understand and remember. Today, we are going to talk about the conclusion. Hi, my name is Eric, and welcome to my channel. When you deliver a speech or presentation, can you just stop, say thank you, and then get off the stage? Well, there's no law preventing you from doing that. So, what's the problem with not having a conclusion? When you deliver a speech or presentation, by the time you get to the end of the speech, some people in the audience may have already forgotten what you said. And if your audience forgets, then you might as well have not delivered the speech at all. This is especially true for speeches or presentations with many points or subtopics. So, how do you make a conclusion that ensures your audience won't forget what your speech was about? You do that by reminding them. So let's imagine that you have just finished with the body of your speech. When you get to your conclusion, you remind your audience what you said by giving a summary. You go through the different points, stating them one at a time, giving them just enough information so you won't take too long. You can, however, choose to just give a general summary if you think that's better. Okay, having gone through the different points, are you finished? Well, you can choose to end your speech right there. But you can do better. One good advice from public speaking coaches is to end on a high note. Does that mean you need to sing and end the song with a high-pitched note? You might be laughing, but you can go ahead and sing if you think it's necessary. No. Ending on a high note means that you end your speech or presentation such that you leave your audience excited, inspired, interested, or concerned. There are several methods you can use to end on a high note. You can make a startling statement. You can give a quotation. You can tell a story. You can sing, act, or tell a joke. You can use a rhetorical question, or you can make a call to action. If these techniques look familiar to you, or sound familiar to you, you're right. I mentioned them in my first video on introductions. Yes, you can use the same techniques for the conclusion. There is one technique there, however, that was not part of the video on introductions. The call to action is a technique where you ask the audience to do something after your speech. For example, let's pretend that you're giving a speech about environmental protection. At the end of your speech, you tell or ask the audience to do their part in protecting the environment. That is the call to action. A good piece of advice, however, is that you craft these techniques in your conclusion so that they make an emotional impact on your audience. Mark Gungor, a pastor and marriage counselor, said in one of his videos that if you take an event and connect it with an emotion, that event will be burned into your memory and you will remember it forever. Of course, not everyone will be affected by emotion and would probably prefer an intellectual challenge. The rhetorical question is a particularly useful ending in this regard. You ask the question and then tell the audience to think about their answer after you leave the stage. The effect is that they are thinking of what you said even after you have left. Remember the introduction video? If one of the purposes of the introduction is to capture the attention of the audience, the conclusion maintains or retains that attention. One last thing about conclusions. Make it short. 1 minute is fine. If you make it too long, your audience might think that you're still in the body of your speech and will be surprised when you suddenly stop and leave. And that's it for the conclusion. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit like. If you want to leave a comment, please do so. If you really liked it, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you will be informed when I upload the next video. See you next time.